My name is P.S. Opio Tenyon, and I am affectionately referred to as Ms. O.
Tell me about your artistry.
Doll making, which I hold as a very significant part of my artistry. I put everything of me in the dolls.
When did you move to the lofts?
2007.
What was the vibe like?
It was hipper than hip boots, but all that has dissipated with the change of management. We haven't had that kind of spirit in this building in a number of years. It just kind of lost flavor.
What's your biggest challenge living here?
That I am petrified of the elevator. I was stuck in the elevator twice. The fire department had to come and collect me out of it. One fireman got down in it, and I stood on his back, and the other fireman pulled me out. That was a very traumatic experience for me, and it has been progressively worse since then. You know, there are times when it works okay, but in my head, it might revert to not working, and that's not okay.
Why did you have to be carried up to your apartment?
Because the elevator wouldn't work and I couldn't walk. I'm 87 now, ain't no way in hell I'm gonna walk up the steps.
Would you consider moving?
But I can't go nowhere because there's nowhere I can go and pay the rent that I'm paying now. And I understand that.
Tell us about your current living conditions.
That it's depressing because I don't feel the freedom that I've always felt. And I'm a free spirit. And being confined in one location, it's just not good for me.
How long has this been happening?
This disassociation, I can comfortably say the last 6 or 7 years.
What would you like to see happen?
What I would like to see, personnel that was more invested in the type of community living that we're experiencing rather than collecting their paycheck after they do their 9 to 5. It could be not a total remedy, but if someone lived in the building that also occupied one of those positions.
This is the longest that my mother has ever lived anywhere in my life.
In my life too.
This is our museum.
Right.
This is where we know she is loved by her neighbors and safe.
The owners of Art Space, we don't see them. We don't feel them. They don't engage with us. They have created this space for us to be here, to do this thing called art, but they're not participating partners in that. I am Jason Blake. I'm originally from PG County, Maryland, and I am a singer-songwriter, musician.
And I am Brooke Holloway Blake, and I come from South Texas, and I am a photographer and a pastor.
When did you move to the lofts?
November 2007.
And I moved in after we got married in 2019.
What's the worst of it today?
We lost the elevator for about 11 and a half months, where the elevator was not operating at all. The elevator was reported to have issues when we heard a sound happen, and it was not addressed right away. It made everything worse. During that time, I had to stay at a hotel because after my surgery, which was an 8-hour surgery, I could not take any steps. Brooke was pregnant during that time. In total, 3 other women that were here who were pregnant at the same time. And to make matters worse, as the elevator wasn't working and the air condition doesn't work, or there's no airflow in the hallway and none in the stairwell, that also made it very difficult to navigate the space.
What's the status today?
Since then, the elevator continues to go out. Work quality of things is not up to par.
I was pregnant whenever the elevator went out. It was a really challenging time.
Because every floor is like 2 floors, so it's a hike. Pipes and stuff like that, HVAC systems going out. We've been waiting for like 12 years for blinds, and why is that a difficult task? And then you find yourself trying to find resources for the office or the organization to get your stuff fixed.
The worst has to be currently with how we have to be in court.
I am Renee Regan. I'm 36 from Norfolk, Virginia, been in DC since 2006, and I went here for fine art photography.
So I still am a photographer. I also do sculptures, drawings, as well as performance art.
When did you move to the lofts?
I moved in 2020.
And the deterioration?
It was the elevator that took place for almost 11 months being out. That's just unheard of. Something's not right with how this is being managed.
What's the worst of it at the moment?
Our signatures being forged on leases. We have ledgers that are not correct and being charged late fees for made-up rent that comes out of nowhere.
Tell us about your infestation.
I had a mouse infestation. I've been here since 2020, and I had to throw away all my food several times. They started chewing at the walls when they didn't have any more food. I have my medicine that I take every day on my desk, and they managed to pick that medicine up without ruining it and deliver it to my bed, literally droppings and my medicine next to me when I wake up. And I would wake up in the middle of the night listening to the chewing on the wall. It didn't seem urgent to management until I started getting housing authorities involved, and that's kind of at the beginning of our case.
How can the community help?
I would love for them to rally with us, to come say, hey, we don't want these people to leave, we will stand by them, would mean a lot for everyone here.
I never know whether, I'm going to be able to live here tomorrow or not, so it's been a little stressful. I'm Megan Graham. I'm from PG County, Maryland, and I'm 30 years old. I am a fine artist. I draw, I paint, I sculpt, I crochet, I tattoo, I do a bunch of things.
How long have you lived in the lofts?
I'd say about 8 years.
What's the vibe like now?
It's a little frustrating, stressful, because of all the things that me as a, tenant has been dealing with. Landlord and fraudulent things that, we've been all collectively experiencing.
How many property managers have there been?
Gone through 3 management companies. 2 of them were within, I would say, the same year.
What's one of the issues in your apartment?
When I started getting mold and stuff in my bathroom, that was a little, I was taken aback by that because it's I feel like I'm relatively clean. I don't know where this mold is coming from.
When did things drastically shift?
Once we got new management and they came in here pretty much trying to kick everybody out.
How has this changed your life?
I've had to take off more than I've wanted to. I'm spending all this extra money that I don't really have lying around because, court fees and things of that nature.
What would you like to see happen?
Better communication, just being heard, respected as an artist and still a tenant.
How can local leaders help?
They could listen to us as a association, understand that we have purpose, so let us use our purpose.
I am Miss O. Thank you for helping us save the roof.
I'm Brooke.
I'm Jason.
And this is Makai.
And we want to thank you for helping us save the roof.
I am Renee Regan. I'm an artist, and thank you for helping save the roof.
My name is Megan. I'm an artist, and thank you for helping us save the roof.